This is Sean O'Malley, and you're watching Full-Time MMA. Don't be a bagel-biting, bagel-bitch boy, bagel-bitch back.
Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time
MMA.
And let the games begin, full-time family. Holy flying flipping flapjacks. Former SBG fighter Miles Price is helping out Khabib Nurmagomedov for UFC 229 and calling out Peter Quilly. Now, you might be thinking, what? SBG fighter has turned on Conor McGregor and helping Khabib? Damn, this is even one more thing stacked against Conor McGregor coming into this fight, and he already had everything stacked against him, as I pointed out in the prediction video that should have just dropped. I mean, it's still uploaded. You get the point. Either way, McGregor's already got a lot of things stacked against him. He's already, if you're looking at quality teams, Khabib's got the better team. He trains with former champions, so you can say he's got the better team, the better style matchup. The wrestling favors Khabib in this fight. And now he's got a damn weasel or a clout chaser over here coming to turn on Conor McGregor, maybe a little jealous. Conor McGregor turned into a fucking huge star over in SBG, and maybe this guy's like, hey, I used to spar with that guy before he was the champ. Maybe I should be rich too. I used to have some good sparring matches with Conor McGregor before he was even in the fucking UFC. And so he sees all the attention, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go help out the enemy team. And this just really rubs me the wrong way. Honestly, I just did. It was almost, I didn't know how to think about this, so I had to take some time, and I thought about it a little longer, and I'm going to tell you guys what I really believe is going on here. And I'm going to tell you what I really believe, and then we're going to read, a little bit of what he had to say. But I'm going to tell you what I think is going on here. This guy, he's coming over here, and he's saying he's scorned. He's saying he doesn't really like Conor McGregor. That's something that they have in common. I don't like Conor. I'm over here to, help beat Conor McGregor and potentially fight one of his teammates, and I think, he could have saw what Paulie Malignaggi, all the attention he's got, and he's still getting, by being a fucking weasel and turning on boxing and going to help McGregor. But you guys saw how that fight played out. You saw what played out. Paulie Malignaggi ended up getting dropped in sparring, and what did he do? He ran right back to boxing, and he started telling Floyd Mayweather all of Conor McGregor's training secrets. Now, Floyd Mayweather might not have even necessarily needed those to beat Conor McGregor in boxing, but either way, Paulie Malignaggi flipped. He was in SBG's camp, and any information he did have, you can guarantee he tweet, Paulie want a cracker, told that shit to Floyd Mayweather's team. And with that being said, I think this is chess, not checkers, you guys. I don't think this SBG guy just showed up at Khabib's gym because he doesn't like McGregor today. I think this is chess, not checkers. You guys got Conor McGregor and SBG all the way figgity fucked up if you don't think they are wise enough to learn from the Floyd Mayweather fight. What is John Kavanaugh's book's name? Win or learn. They did not beat Floyd Mayweather, but they learned. They now have a fucking spy in Khabib's camp. Yeah, I would have let this guy come train with us after I beat McGregor. I am not letting no fucking Team SBG member, former, past, or present, or future, in my gym when I'm training for McGregor. There's no fucking way. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now. He's coming over here and talking a little bad about McGregor, seeming like a weasel, seeming like a fucking traitor, and that doesn't make a lot of sense, because if you know anything about McGregor and his crew, it's all about that motherfucking loyalty. They're loyal. Now, this dude isn't somebody that just hung around with McGregor on a day-to-day basis. He trained with Conor McGregor before he was even in the UFC. It was an old training partner. Now he's with the new team. But he's still Irish. And I still believe he probably has to have some sort of loyalty to McGregor because even if he's not your favorite person in the world, even if you're at a different gym in Ireland, you probably got to put some respect on McGregor's name just for what he's done for Irish MMA. It's kind of like Ronda Rousey. Yeah, every girl in the UFC doesn't have to be the biggest fan of Ronda Rousey, but you better put some fucking respect on her name. Same with McGregor. So there's no way I'm trusting this motherfucker in my gym leading up to this fight. We already know Khabib has shown some holes in his stand-up. Now you got an Irish dude over here to fucking maximize and figure out those holes, work with those holes on a day-to-day basis, and say, McGregor, I caught his ass with this. He's literally training with Khabib, you guys. Let's get into the article now. He's literally training with Khabib. He talks about it. He talks about how good Khabib is. What the fuck is AKA? Are they making a mistake? There's no reason you need this guy. You might be thinking, who is Miles Price? I pulled it up. He's 10-7. He's not fucking Conor McGregor, dude. Why do you want him in your gym? There's so much risk. This is not a good situation. There's so much risk here. For one, he's not going to give you a good look for McGregor. He ain't trained with McGregor in a few fucking years. He ain't trained with McGregor since he was in the UFC, became the UFC champion. So he don't know how McGregor's fighting. But what you're risking is this guy being a fucking mole. You're risking this guy being a fucking SPG, a spy. You're risking that by letting him in your gym. What the fuck would you let him in for? Okay, we'll see what happens, man, but that makes it that much more crazy. I do want to know in the comments after we read this, do you guys think this guy is legitimately scoring to Conor McGregor and here to help Khabib take over Conor? Or do you think this is fucking chestnut checkers and SPG planted this motherfucker in here to feed back that information? Boy, Conor could sure use a spy in this fight because the odds are already stacked against him. But now we might have one, family. We might have one. If you're rooting for McGregor, if you're rooting for Khabib, let me know in the comments. But here's a little bit about what Miles Price had to say as far as now training with Khabib. He said, I'll be honest with you, I never really got on well with Conor McGregor in the gym because me and Conor sparred a lot. At the time, Conor was taking fights at lightweight. I understand the hierarchy within gyms. Even here at AKA, you have heated spars. But after we shake each other's hands and we talk about what we can work on and develop as training partners or a team. Basically with Conor, he's quite narcissistic. He'll see you as competition. He's not very nice to be around in the gym. If you're giving him hard spars, he won't see you as a friend after a while. So he's a little upset, maybe Conor distanced himself. Yeah, motherfucker, I'm the future star. I'm the motherfucker working to be the champion, and you're in here trying to make a name off me in sparring. Even if they were back in Cage Warriors, Conor McGregor fighting at lightweight. He was the champ in Cage Warriors, which means he moved up from winning the featherweight belt, and now he's scrapping at lightweight. So I'm on my way to becoming the fucking champ, and you want to come in here, motherfucking Mr. Badass, and show that you can fuck with the Cage Warriors champ. So maybe you did some stupid shit in sparring, and maybe that's why he separated himself. It's not because you were better than him, dog. Please don't think that. Anyways, he continued. He said, of course I got a lot of looks, talking about an AKA, and he's talking about side looks because, you know, of course, teammates might be skeptical. Hey, this is an SBG Ireland guy coming into our camp. Are you fucking crazy? Is this guy a spy? But he said, I'm the type of guy that can see things from an outside perspective. I have good self-awareness. I expected that to happen before I went in, regardless of what was said between me and Javier Mendez about coming over and where I'm from. The guy on the teams were obviously going to be suspicious. It wasn't actually awkward. I went in and they were piss-taking more than anything else. Even the Dagestanis. Even now when I walk in the gym, they're saying, SBG, McGregor team, what's up? It's crazy. We train with each other on a daily basis, so they know they know I'm not going over there to spy on them. He said, one of the first guys to come over to me was Khabib. He came up and said, what's up? He knew who I was, and he knew what the crate was. Another one of the first people I talked to was Ali, Abdelaziz's manager. He said, he's such a welcoming guy, a lovely fella, a really down-to-earth. Holy smokes, you hear that? Like, after what McGregor said about Ali Abdelaziz and all of these things here, this guy is fucking sucking the wanker, it seems. Pause. Like, Conor McGregor's over here on one hand talking about terror, snitch, how's Noah? Now you got this guy Ali is such a welcoming guy, lovely fella, really down to earth. He said, we're all martial artists, we're all family. I manage Joe Duffy, fellow Irishman. I know what the story is. We just have a dislike for McGregor, I said. That's probably something we have in common to a degree. So he's saying, no, we both just don't like Conor, right? We're just two fellow Conor haters. Nothing going on here. I'm telling you guys, I don't understand how these motherfuckers, this dude is pulling the wool on the whole AKA. I don't give a fuck. This is like Mike Perry versus Cerrone, man, as far as we're training in the same gym. I need you to go somewhere else just for this camp, Mike Perry. You are welcome to train in Jackson Wink, but I'm the motherfucking veteran. I got the tenure. I'm Donald Cowboy Cerrone, and I helped build this fucking team from the ground up. So just for this camp, take your ass to American Top Team. I really don't know where you're going to train for this fight, Mike Perry. We still love you, and as soon as this fight's over, you can come back, but you can't train here. You can't train with my teammates. Not for this fight. Now, that's the same shit going on here for me. I am not accepting a fucking Conor McGregor former teammate in my gym when I'm training for fucking McGregor. Do you know how deadly McGregor is as a fucking fighter, dog, and how he can already win this fight? Now you give him a fucking pipeline of information directly through AKA? Oh yeah, you guys might have fucked up, and it seems like he might have pulled the wools on all of these guys, because Ali Abdelaziz, Javier Mendez, Khabib, everybody is still training with this dude and allowing him in the gym like everything's goody-goody. And it might be, but they better hope it is. I'm not trusting this dude to fucking turn on all of Ireland. He's probably #1 fucking enemy in SBG and Ireland and all. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, who the fuck is this weasel, this non-loyal traitor bastard? He probably can't even come back to Ireland right now until they give him the okay, like, aha, he was actually our fucking spy, thank you, you know what I'm saying? Like, right now, he's looking terrible. So, he said, it was surprising how welcoming they were when I was talking to him. I've become a part of the family at AKA. It's like having a wet blanket on you every single session. When I jump in and do my session with Khabib, it just feels like there's no stopping him. He just keeps coming at you. When people commentate on his fights, it's very accurate. When they say it's a shock when you feel what he feels like at first, I imagined what it was going to be like. But that whole other level of pressure, it's calculated, it's smart, it's vigorous. It just keeps coming at you over and over again. And right there, what I got from that is him saying, I train with Khabib. I'm training with Khabib. Yeah, he's blowing Khabib, essentially. God, Conor, Khabib is so good. The pressure is so hard. The commentators are all right. Man, the pressure is calculated. It's smart. It's vigorous. Like, this dude is just Khabib right now. But he's pulling the wool over your eyes, because what he really is telling you, I'm getting rounds in with Khabib. I'm getting information on Khabib. And he said when the commentators talk about his fights, they're accurate. Well, if you listen to the commentator during his last fight, Joe Rogan was like, God, what the fuck is going on with his striking? In other words. You know, he was just talking about the holes in his game, but essentially he was saying he better not bring that shit in there against McGregor. He's got to fix those holes in his stand-up. So are you sure the commentators are accurate? We'll see. I mean, because you can't have it both ways. But he continued. He said his stand-up has gone through the roof. He's going to have some tricks up his sleeve on October 6th. That's all I'm going to say. Dude, you're acting... This guy is over there literally buttering up to Khabib, man. This don't even sound reasonable or right. His stand-up has gone up through the roof. Dude, you're fucking 10-7 over here. Not even in the UFC. Who are you to be telling the world that Khabib's stand-up has went through the roof in between now and his last fight? How are you going to be the one to tell us in the last fucking 9 months that Khabib's stand-up has went through the roof? Were you a Khabib expert before and after? You've trained some rounds with him and he's fucking probably taking your ass down and punching you and pretending like you're Conor McGregor. You're like, no, stop! And he's just hearing Conor McGregor's voice and he's fucking you up. That's all you are right now is an Irish body. Unless you're a spy, a super secret SBG spy, which is what I'm pulling for. But either way, this dude is just It sounds like to me talking out of his ass. Oh, it's calculated, it's smart, it's vigorous. His stand-up has gone through the roof. He's over there pumping Khabib up full of that fucking false confidence. More for Conor. Oh, Khabib, you're so good. You're better than anyone Conor's ever trained with. You don't even have to train any harder than this. Like, he's over there buttering up, a.k.a. Bro, I just feel like he is on McGregor's side. I really get that feeling that this dude is like an SPG spy. That's just me as a fan and what I'm getting from this. He continued, he finished up and said, what I took from it was Conor looked very emotionally invested at the press conference. He couldn't sit still for 2 seconds. It was an irrational press conference on his behalf. He wouldn't let Khabib talk. He wouldn't even take a deep breath. He was moving around a lot. It seemed like an over-the-top reaction for me. An emotional reaction like that is bad. If he comes across emotional like that, it's only a good thing for Khabib. He said Khabib was calm. He was collected, and you could see that Khabib was not going to react to any of his bollocks. He was fully prepared for it. He stayed calm. He put the microphone down when he needed to because there's no point in fighting fire with Conor. If you get emotionally invested back with him, then he's won that battle. You're on the level he wants you to be at. McGregor kind of said things that were out of line too, that took some rationality away from his persona, that will dribble into his performance on October 6th. He's still a human being at the end of the day. When we've seen Conor crack and underperform, it's been when he's emotional. Okay, that's a fair assessment. And if you want to hear everything this guy had to say, man, check out the Eurobash podcast on MMA fighting. But yeah, man, pretty much, I think I've spoken enough on this video and what I'm getting from it. The gist is, you know, the long story short, even though you're way at the end of the video, you probably already heard the long story. But to summarize all this, we've got a former SBG fighter, Miles Price, helping out Khabib for the Conor fight. And he seems like he's scorned with Conor McGregor. He's over there talking about how good Khabib is, how he used to get good rounds in with McGregor. But there's two options here. Either this guy really is scorned and he really is a weasel and a fucking snake and he's turning on his pretty much whole country to come over here and rub Khabib's bollocks, it feels like a fucking mystic crystal ball. Oh, he's vigorous, he's fucking hard work, he's training, he's, you know what I'm saying? Or he's pulling the wool over all of these motherfuckers' eyes and he's really got a laptop at home with the direct Skype to fucking John Kavanaugh and the boys, and he's fucking going home after every practice, staying up, and he's just writing a whole paragraph. Khabib's left hand drops after each single leg when he attempts to take from your right. When he attempts to single leg your right leg, he always drops his left hand, so make sure Conor McGregor's ready for the left anytime Khabib shoots for the right. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's writing down detailed reports. Today I sparred with Khabib. He didn't get tired for 36 minutes. Tell Conor, cardio better be ready. You know, he's just got a direct line to McGregor, and I think that's what's going on here. I don't know why the fuck these guys are trusting this guy at this time. Even if you do want to bring him in, you just want to be a good team, bring this motherfucker in after this fight. You're crazy if you're bringing him in during the McGregor fight. McGregor is too fucking smart for this. Do you understand this? Letting this guy in your gym is a risk. This guy can hurt you a lot more than he can help you. He's not McGregor. He does not strike like Conor McGregor, or he probably wouldn't be 10-7. He doesn't have as good of grappling as McGregor, or he probably wouldn't be 10-7. So how the fuck is he helping you? How is this guy helping you? Giving you a fucking Irish accent to beat on? This is a risk. And this is actually a reason I think McGregor has a better chance to win the fight. Even though at first look, I was like, oh shit, the odds are even more against McGregor. But this has got to be some spy shit, man. It is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments about Miles Price helping Khabib. Is he clout chasing or is he spying? I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOWG.